Hello folks, and welcome to another video. I hope this one finds you and your family in good health. Folks, today's video is the last in the series looking at the black square dukes. Now, we've previously flown the piston and the turbine, and today we're flying the Grand Duke. The Grand Duke being a sort of pimped out piston duke, a piston duke with a performance upgrade. When you buy the piston duke from Black Square, you get the piston and the Grand in the one package. Now this video may also be the last video that I post to the channel for a while. And that while could be a long while. There are reasons for that, and no, I don't want to go into them. I want to try and keep this video pretty positive. I've tried to keep this channel pretty positive. I've tried. I don't know that I've always succeeded. This video will probably have most interest to those of you that are involved in the FSEconomy world. But that said, even if you're not part of FSEconomy, please feel free to stick around. You're very welcome. If you just need something to fill in some time while the missus is shopping, or kids are at bloody music practice, or you just want some virtual company for your morning coffee or for your evening whiskey, then yeah, please do stick around. You're very welcome. But if you are part of the FSEconomy world, I've got an offer for you. The offer involves the aeroplane on your screen. This specific aeroplane, registration G-Real. And I'll talk a little bit about that during the course of the video. There will be timestamps in the description, folk. You can jump straight to the segment if you like. I've encouraged people over the years, skip through content, folks. Go to what you're interested in. I won't take any offence. And as an added bonus for viewers of this video, considering it may be the last one for a while, I've got a bit of a treat for you. Perhaps a bit of a treat for the old fella himself. And that treat comes in the form of this beautiful creature. If you've been around this channel for a while, you will have seen my friend, leather jacket clad friend, tight coif friend, her with the icy stare, like so. This, ladies and gentlemen, is of course the one, the only, Jude. How are you, Jude?
I'm none the better for you asking, mate.
Yeah, a simple "I'm fine" would have been sufficient. But anyway, we'll catch up with you a little bit later, Jude. Find out where you've been, what you've been up to.
Why not ask me now?
Because, Judy, I need some time to come up with a bullshit story. That's why. I'm the one who has to write the bloody script.
What script?
Yeah, good point. Valid point. What script? Folks, let me show you the flight plan for today's flight. Today, folks, we're in a part of the world that I don't get to terribly often, and I don't think I've ever made a video featuring this country, the country of Cambodia. Cambodia. We are solely contained within Cambodia today, folks, on this journey of about an hour's flight time in the Grand Duke. We're going to begin our journey in a little place called Mondulkiri. I'm sure I've got that pronunciation messed up. Any Cambodian locals like to chime in? I'm not sure I do have any viewers that hail from this part of the world, but if I do, a special shout out to you, and my apologies for taking whatever it's been, 400 videos to eventually get to your country. Anyway, pretty much a straight run towards a VOR, and we're going to end up in a little place which I'm guessing quite a few people have heard of, called Siem Reap. They've heard of it because there's quite a famous temple complex here called Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat. This is your This is your airport if you want to fly into the temple, Angkor Wat. There we go, folks. So Cambodia is our destination today. Flight time of, just under an hour, about 200 odd miles. We're going to go across at 180. The Grand Duke does like to fly high, don't we all? And yeah, en route. I'll talk more about this FSEconomy thing. We'll catch up with Jude. I may regret catching up with Jude, but I will do it anyway, folks. And let's go flying. All right, lined up runway 22 for our departure this afternoon. We've got a dirt strip here. I think we're pretty much right to go. It is very, very warm. 31 degrees inside the cabin. We do have aircon happening. Auto cool. What happens if I go to manual cool? Does that change anything? Battery temp is quite warm. Outside air temp, what is it? 40 something? Well, not quite. It's what are we looking at? Around about 30 degrees. Pretty warm inside. I think we're pretty much good to go, apart from Jude starting to smell a bit with the sweat.
It's your feet.
Oh, Jude. Just be quiet. I'll cancel you, Jude. Before we even get going, I will cancel you.
Whatever.
Isn't that what everyone's doing now, or everyone's feeling cancelled? Is that the default sort of position? When someone, I don't know, pushes back or says no, everyone goes, "Oh, I'm being cancelled." It's cancel culture. Oh, I tell you, folks. Anyway, I think we're good to go. We've got trim set, do we? Yeah, we're good. We've got local barrow set. We're good. We've got our 5 packs on board. This is an FSEconomy run, naturally. I think we're pretty much right to go. Shall we do this thing? Flight level 180 is the plan. We'll bring some juicies in. Bit more juicies. Just hold the brakes a little bit. Release those brakes. Away we go. 6 knots of headwind. Lovely. And a bit warm, so it'll take us a little while to accelerate. I'm not flying the turbine today. There we go. Up through 60. Through 80. You can probably start to rotate about there. I think the performance mod that the Grand Duke provides allows you to rotate a little earlier than the piston. And our climb performance ain't great. 100. We are heavy, carrying a bit of gas, and we've got 5 packs on as well. Nice early right-hand turn. What do you reckon? On to track. Time is money in FSEconomy. Let's come back on that juicy a little bit. Not quite that much, but anyway. A little bit of noise abatement here for the old man's ears and for his viewers. We go up through 130 knots. We'll take over heading with about 300, intercept track. Safely away, folks. I'll see you at various points en route. And welcome to the cruise, folks. We're at flight level 180 at this time. Beautiful day up here. We've got a very light tailwind, 153 miles to go at this time. We're getting across the ground at 249 of the best knots. We just will adjust our airspeed indicator here, so we're tazzing at about 244, something like that. Is that what it's saying? 244. We can even go down here and get a definitive number, which would be this one. What are we tazzing? 252. So what's happening over here? Oh, of course we're not adjusting for temp. And I can't actually see the OAT. Oh, it doesn't matter. What matters is that this number's telling me that we're doing 253 TAS. That's all I need. I don't need to go through and go old school with the bloody thermometer over there. We're all good. How's our T's and P's? We're green, green, green. We're green, green, green. Everything's all right. How's our cabin, Jude? 22. Oh, that's beautiful, hey? 22. That should reduce the sort of the stench that's emanating from underneath that brown leather jacket coming from your armpits.
Your feet are worse.
It's not my feet, Jude. I know what my feet smell like, and what I'm smelling is not that, and I can't blame the dog either. Jude, you stink. Anyway, Jude, where have you been? It's been a few months since this channel has been graced by your presence. What have you been up to?
I've been living in a grotto.
Sorry, did you just say a grotto?
It's a cave.
I know what a grotto is, Jude. Why have you been in a grotto?
Because you abandoned me for a dog.
I didn't... No, hang on a second. I didn't abandon you for a dog. I replaced you on a temporary basis with Kingy. And quite frankly, I don't regret that decision at all.
Whatever.
I regret replacing him with you for this flight at this point. But are you telling me that because I placed a fantasy flight sim dog in the seat that you're now occupying, that you felt you needed to go and retire to a grotto for a while?
Absolutely.
Right. And, well, I guess the logical question is, so why did you feel the need to exit the grotto and join me on this flight?
Because you've brought me back in a desperate attempt to get more views.
Oh, Jesus. Jude, you don't have to reveal our secrets so explicitly to the viewers. You could have come up with anything. You could have said anything there, Jude. Look, I think that's a bit like I haven't sunk that low, Jude. I mean, I can see the bottom of the barrel from where I am, but I'm not quite touching it yet. I wouldn't do this in the final video before I disappear for a while in some sort of desperate attempt to get views. I mean, who do you think I am?
Oh, I know who you are.
I don't think you do, dude. I don't know who I am. You're a fantasy flight sim character. How the hell can you know who I am? This gets very confusing, doesn't it, Jude? Hey? Anyway, what did you do? Can I ask what did you do in the grotto?
Listen to music.
You listen to music. Okay. The grotto was a powered grotto, I take it.
I took batteries, dumbass.
Right. Okay. You took a lot of batteries. Right. You took a lot of batteries for a radio or some sort of device that played music.
And other things.
And other things. And other things.
Because a girl has needs.
I'm just going to leave that there, Jude. But coming back to the music, what sort of music were you playing?
My song.
Your song?
Yes, my song.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean my song? What do you...
The song that Paul wrote for me.
The song that Paul wrote for you? Paul who? Paul Simon?
Paul McCartney, you moron.
Paul McCartney. From the Beatles. Sir Paul wrote you a song.
Does Hey Jude ring a bell?
You're telling me that you think that he wrote Hey Jude for you?
I don't think. I know.
Sure he did. I think he wrote it for Julian Lennon.
So why didn't he call it Hey Jules?
Well, you'd have to ask him. I never quite understood that myself. But he definitely didn't write it for, again, a fantasy flight sim character in 2024. You do realise that Hey Jude was written way back when, in the 60s. Jude, you didn't exist in the 60s. Jude, you still don't exist. You're a figment of my imagination.
And you're a figment of sanity, you old fool.
Right. Folks, we continue. Alright, so the FSEconomy thing, for those of you waiting to learn more about it, or perhaps you've just skipped here via the link in the description, more power to you. You've managed to miss the Jude segment. Trust me, you didn't miss anything. FSEconomy, as I mentioned during the introduction, which feels like it was a long time ago. I own this aeroplane, G-Real, an FSEconomy, the time of making this video, I own this aeroplane. Soon after publishing this video, I hope not to own this aeroplane anymore. I want to give it away. I want to give it away to someone. It's worth in the vicinity of about 400,000 virtual bucks in the FSEconomy world. I want to give it away for the grand sum total of one virtual buck. To someone who is prepared to kind of pay it forward. Pay this little act of kindness forward. That's what this is. It's an act of kindness. I'm not going to be around for a while, folks, and I've been pretty fortunate in FSEconomy over the years. I've invested literally thousands of hours of flying time and the business side of things or the commercial side of things. I've bought and sold aeroplanes and bought and sold locations and flown for groups and got involved and also been very fortunate in that community members have shown me kindness over the years with various opportunities. So I want to kind of pay that forward, and what I'd like is to give this aeroplane to another member of the FSEconomy community that will at some point in the future pay this kindness forward again. So it just becomes a perpetuating cycle of kindness. So for me to provide this aeroplane to you, I would like to know if you're interested in owning G-Real, which will be located at the airport that we're going to touch down today. That's where I'm going to leave it. It'll be taken, it'll be not available for rent, so it won't be able to move. It will be waiting here for you. If you're interested in picking up this aeroplane for the grand total of $1 virtual dollar, use the private message feature over there in FSEconomy and tell me how you would pay this act of kindness forward. What do you have in mind? What will you do? Or what do you plan to do sometime in future, maybe in FSEconomy, but broaden it in the world of flight simulation? How will you pay it forward? And how about I leave that question out there for a week after this video goes live, and I will make a decision about whom I would like this aeroplane to go to based on what you say in response to that question. How will you pay it forward? Okay, so that is the offer. If you want a Beach B60 Duke in FSEconomy with the G-Real livery and the G-Real registration, it could be yours for the grand sum total of $1 virtual dollar if you can tell me how you will pay the act of kindness forward. Right, on descent down through 2000. I think we've got about 40 miles to go, do we? No, 50 miles to go. We don't need to be descending at quite that rate, so we'll just adjust that. We've got a slight headwind. We'll probably should check the weather at Siem Reap. Waypoint info, weather data. No MEDAR, no TAF. Right. So what are the runways? 0523. All right. We'll see what the wind's doing as we get closer. So 50 miles to run. Just in terms of sort of my experience with this, the Dukedom, the Black Series Dukedom, Black Square I should say, Dukedom, fantastic package of aircraft. Really enjoying it. They're all I'm flying, all I have been flying in the last week or so. The three variants, as I've mentioned in previous videos. I'm very much a piston man. I love the piston. If I had to fly only one, that would be it. But they're all great. The turbine is great. The turbine's capable in a different way than the piston or the Grand, but Yeah, it's absolutely, looking at this image that you have on your screen right now, which just happens to be the same image that I do. It brings back a lot of really happy memories for me from the P3D FSX days and the Real Air piston juke particularly. It's that right there, that instrument panel, that's for me is bloody ideal. I like the standard 6. I mean, it's a slightly fancy standard 6. I love the GTN 750. I love the way the engine instruments are presented. It's just a really nice place to be, and yeah, fits me like an old pair of jeans, as I think I mentioned in a video the other day. So down through 10,000. I don't know what transition altitude here is in Cambodia. Actually, bugger it. Let's just go local barrier from here. Magic of the flight sim. There we go. 1006. Yeah, everything's good. We just basically keep the power settings with. Actually, we can probably gun it just a little bit quicker. 43 miles to go down through 9. We don't need to be descending at quite that rate, so we'll just adjust that. A little bit more power in. A bit more juicy, mate. Keep the speed up in that descent. Time is money, as I said in FSEconomy. I mentioned in the intro that this will likely be the last video for a little while, folks. Yeah, it's highly likely that the next generation of this sim, the Microsoft sim being the 2024 sim, will be released before you hear my dulcet tones again. I do want to take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude for all the support that you, the viewing community, have shown to this channel and to me over the years. I've been on YouTube now for 10 years. Haven't been making videos all that time, but 10 years, and some of you have been around since the early days. Most of you, 99.8% of you, are virtual mates only. We've never met, we never will meet. There's a small handful of you that I do actually know in person, IRL, but most of you are, virtual mates. Virtual mates, but I've appreciated that virtual mateship. If we don't get to continue that virtual mateship after this video, I just want you to know that your support has been appreciated, and the comments and the feedback and you've given me so many laughs over the years, and ultimately the kindness that you've shown me has meant a lot to an old man, and it's important to take opportunities to express gratitude to others, even if they're just mates in the virtual sense. I'll see you for the approach, folks. Right, concluding stages, folks. I think that would be angle what? And the field is kind of at a 11 o'clock position. 6 miles from here, we're down through 2,400. Just make sure we've got local barrow set. We're just cutting the corner a little bit here. Decided to land runway 23 here at Siem Reap, which seems to be a good choice considering where the wind is blowing. We're going to be a little bit high here. We can get some flap out, and we can get the boots down and laced. Have faith, folks. We'll get it down one last time. I'm starting to sound very final, aren't I? Very like it's all over Red Rover. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm unsure of when I will be in a position to return to making videos. So we are seriously high for our last approach. There's that word last again. Oh jeez, might be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Steepish descent here in the Grand Duke. Have faith, folks. Have faith. Been an enjoyable journey and an enjoyable series. Hell, it's been an enjoyable 10 years on YouTube. Almost 400 videos, I think. You won't find 400 videos on the channel anymore. You'll only find, oh, it's probably less than 200. A lot of them have been removed. But, yeah, as far as I can tell, I've made almost 400 in those 10 years. And that's with like a 5-year hiatus in the middle, so that's not bad going. 100 knots here, short final runway 23 at CM Rep. On final time, let's do our landing checklist, which is flap set, gear down, fingers crossed, and sphincter tight. Wind holding up, yeah, crosswind from the left. 3 whites, 1 red now. You definitely can get slower than that, mate, here in the Grandie. 2 whites, 2 reds. Come on, make it a decent one to finish it off, hey? Gonna slow down nicely. Runway 23. Into a flare. Centerline pride for the last time. Oh, I've got the wobbles there at the end. That'll have to do, folks. That will have to do. Welcome to CM Rep, Cambodia. And as I mentioned during the course of the video, if you're in FSEconomy and you're interested in picking up this aeroplane, you know what to do. Thanks, folks, for your company in another video and in another series and on this channel over the years. Your support has been very, very much appreciated. Until we next meet, please look after yourself and your families. Place health as your #1 priority in life, folks. You can't go wrong. It is a cliche, but if you don't have your health, you don't have much at all. Folks, you stay well, enjoy your simming, and bye for now.